I've decided to get into the concept of the Creative Commons public domain and how to find material to use in your videos, or whatever, or your projects, or what have you. There's a lot of different things you can do, a lot of different locations you can find stuff that you can use. Now that doesn't mean you're not going to be challenged by some copyright troll on YouTube, because you will. There's somebody who claims a right to your public domain songs all the time. And there's several companies known for this. Currently I'm listening to Andy Iona and his Islanders, Naughty Hula Eyes. That's a beautiful song. It's also, according to Internet Archive, check location for checking to make sure something's in the public domain before you go ahead and use it. Now, again, you will be challenged anyway. It's just how it is. So, I have several tabs open, and when I mean challenged, yes, you'll be challenged. This is Duke Ellington and his Jubilee Stomp. Duke Ellington and the orchestra, Jubilee Stomp. That's what I've been called on for this particular video. So in response, I put a link to the Internet Archive. Here it is, Duke Ellington and Jubilee Stomp. Now, they haven't released the claim yet, but the Creative Commons license is public domain, according to Internet Archive. Probably the most reliable and back up your claims. If you're going to dispute something, you better have a good argument. Okay, so let's get rid of Andy for a second. Insert record scratch there. Yeah, insert record scratch there. Okay, so I guess we'll start with images first. Now these sites that I'm about to share, we got clker.com, which is online royalty-free, which means you don't need to pay any royalties to use the music. Nobody owns the work because it is in the public domain. These fine artists have put their hard work in here, and they're giving it away for free, and that's just great. I really like Clker. I go there a lot for different images for my job. There's also Open Clipart, another place that is high quality, easy to use, free support. Open Clipart is in the public domain. All Clipart is released into the public domain. So that's a good place to get that kind of stuff. Morgue File is good for photos. I use that a lot as well. Now, this is one of the musical places you can go. Now, I understand not everybody wants to use old ass songs that are no longer no longer copywritten, and you don't want all of your music to sound like it's from the 30s, because that's pretty much your 20s and 30s. That's the official law is, I believe it's 1922. Anything before 1922 is in the public domain. Unfortunately, copyright law has gotten more strict over time. In general, it's become more problematic for the artists. It's become more problematic now. Thankfully, we have what is called Creative Commons. So let's get into the Creative Commons license. Here's another site that I found, freepd.com, public domain music, and all of this is actually newer stuff. I've got some. Let's see. That's a little do-wag-do. That's not good. Hold on. Although this is in the public domain. Just saying. In the public domain. Alright. Well, I'm not really sure. Anyway, they've got different categories. Now, this site in particular, I'm not, some of it's kind of, it's not great. It's a little corny. But it is all in the public domain. Say you're looking for ballads or something like this. You might find some good work here. Drum and bass, electroacoustic. Now, these are all just people who have offered up their work into the public domain, which is just great of them. I appreciate that. Another place for more modern music is Artist Server. Now, Artist Server has a variety of copyright. They've got this right here is copywritten. You cannot use this, okay? Or you got some rights reserved, Creative Commons. Now, this is an attribution license. And in this case, an attribution non-commercial and no derivatives, which means you can use it, but you can't use it commercially. Yeah, you may not use this work for commercial purposes. And this is Artist Server, but they also have work that is in the public domain. I'm not sure if there's anything on. Here's one right here. You see right here, public domain. Public domain. This copyright, some rights reserved with attribution. Sometimes it's commercial or non-commercial with attribution, which means you need to give them credit. Normally there is some way to do that, or they give you a specific thing. But for instance, right here, Sunrise, this is in the public domain. As soon as it plays, oh, is it working? Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Yeah. So that's in the public domain, according to this right here. All right. You get it. Okay. Another place I like to go for sound effects is Freesound. You do have to start an account with them, but it's not that big of a deal. Say I wanted an explosion. Oh, that's not how you spell explosion. That's how you spell explosion. So, we punch in explosion. Now, here are the licenses that this has for, you got attribution, attribution non-commercial. Now, attribution means you can use it commercially, but you have to give attribution. Attribution non-commercial means you can use it, but you can't use it commercially, and you have to give attribution. Then you have Creative Commons or zero public domain. As you can see, there's several in this site on Freesound that are in the public domain. Here's one right here. Is that an explosion? I don't know. That doesn't sound like a very good explosion. There we go. Now, see, that sounds like an explosion, right? Am I right here? Okay. Now, before you go off doing this, I would definitely recommend you make sure. Now, you're pretty safe with something like Freesound as far as, and sound effects in general. As long as you use really, really short clips, you can pretty much use it. I've used little clips of sound clips from movies, and as long as it's short enough, it generally is going to be okay because it's part of a greater work. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I suppose someone could give you a hard time for that if they wanted to. But generally speaking, little tiny clips are probably not that big of a deal. All right, so here are just, I guess, some sites and some locations that you can get all kinds of great work that you can use in your own projects to expand. All knowledge builds on other knowledge. So there's a problem, I think, with public domain, or with copyright law. As I see every day when some jackass tries to claim a public domain song for their own on my YouTube channel and then locks my YouTube channel and tries to steal my money. Pay-per-click advertisements. And I would suggest, if you are certain that what you've used is in the public domain in your videos, you should challenge it. You should dispute it. And take it as far as they can. Make them have to prove it. That's my personal opinion. Now, there's definitely going to be stuff that is copywritten, although it doesn't in some ways make much sense for it to be copywritten. But it is. And, for instance, Bill Haley in the comments. I was talking about this the other day. I grew up with Bill Haley in the comments rock around the clock. And no doubt about it. It's something that it's part of Americana. It's part of being American, or something, right? My parents grew up with it. How long can it be before I can sing this song, publicly, or use this song as part of my own creative work, and still, Bill Haley died in 1981. But that's how it is. The copyright laws have changed dramatically over the years, mostly just making it better for the copyright holder and worse for everyone else. Um, if you do have this is what I did. Even though I don't think it makes a difference. Hopefully somebody will read this and go, yeah, that isn't Iota or the Orchard claimed Jubilee Stomp by Duke Ellington. Anyway, so I mean that's about all you can really do is try to challenge it. In this case, originally there was this total false positive right here. Porn star auto-tune Alexis Ford. Yeah, they released that claim. Thankfully, in Grooves, I just wrote them back and they released it. But I think they told on me because then I got Iota after me. But whatever. So here are, I guess, some good resources for you to check out. I hope that helps you. I think you should always check Internet Archive to make sure it is actually in the public domain before you go claiming it, because things can change. Internet Archive is quite, obviously this stuff. He's saying it's public domain. It's probably not going to be on Internet Archive, so you just kind of have to trust it and do your best and hope that you don't get caught out. I mean, it takes a long time to upload a video, and I feel your pain and stuff. Kaboom. Really? That was weak. In Don't Starve, actually the sound, this is how goblins scream. Yeah, there we go. This is actually, I just found this really interesting in the game Don't Starve that I recently did a video of. There's your spider. Goblin scream. Apparently, the creators of Don't Starve like public domain too. Okay, well that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think eventually I'm going to do a video on this as well. This software, Open Broadcast software. It's very good. It's very simple. And although game capture is a little bit of a trick, monitor capture, easy peasy. It makes a nice video. And this is my new software, and maybe I'll do some kind of review on this in the future. Alright, so that's, I guess, my video on public domain, Creative Commons. Understand the Creative Commons. Remember, if it's attribution, you have to give attribution. If it's non-commercial, you cannot monetize. Don't monetize. You're probably not going to get in trouble, but you could. And stick to public domain as much as possible. There's more available than people know. Like this whole page is supposed to be public domain. And a lot of these songs are public domain, and they're new. So it's not like you're stuck with, God bless them, Andy Iona and the Islanders. And we're going to end on that. And y'all take care, and I guess we'll see you on the next video, huh?